Audio check. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Audio check. Test, test. 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 1. Test, test. And good morning, everybody. Oh my goodness, music is already missing. Let's get that going. Oh, it's already going. Alrighty, how is everybody? Welcome to a Two Toes Tuesday morning. Still a late Monday evening in the UK, Europe, and Africa, and a standard Monday evening in the US on a sad day, anniversary of a sad day. Although it's September 12th here in Australia, it is September 11th in the US. The anniversary of a horrific event that happened in 2001, the attack on the World Trade Center in the US. And oddly enough, I actually wanted to look this up because I was listening to the news, and turns out there seems to be a little bit of controversy or disagreement about who the mastermind was of the 9/11 attack on the World Trade Center. So obviously Osama bin Laden was blamed, captured, and subsequently executed for the crime of attacking the World Trade Center. Now I can't remember the guy's name. I think it was Khalif Muhammad. Can't even Sheikh Khalif Muhammad or something like that. Something like that. About self-proclaimed mastermind behind World Trade Center attack. Khalid Sheikh Mohammed. Yeah, so Khalid Sheikh Mohammed claims to be the mastermind behind the attack on the World Trade Center. So it's been 2 decades trying to prosecute him. Two decades since U.S. intelligence agents captured, he's a Pakistani militant, Khalid Sheikh Mohammed, a top lieutenant of the Al-Qaeda terrorist organization, and self-proclaimed mastermind of the September 11th terrorist attacks. And it's been more than 15 years since Mohammed was transferred to Dipmo. It's still uncertain how much time is left to go until Mohammed and others implicated in the execution of those attacks will be sentenced for the crimes of which they are accused. Right. Multiple reasons why the case has been delayed. Changes to the court's operation tied to COVID-19 pandemic. Various scandals, including the government bugging the courtroom and attorney-client interview rooms. Attempted planting of a mole within a detainee's defense team. Wow. The biggest factor in the delay has and always will lie with the federal government's use of torture on Muhammad and others at various black sites around the world, which legal experts say have thrown a wrench into any efforts to prosecute them. Well, sure. Well, there you go. So Osama bin Laden paid the price, while the self-proclaimed masterminds are trapped behind controversy, delays, all kinds of things. Crazy, crazy. It's unbelievable. Well, it is Two Toes Tuesday, and it looks like, well, doesn't know what it looks like. Doesn't look like the search tool is working very well on your streaming tools. Because I can't find one of my followers in the followers search. And looks like I can't find a couple of followers. Huh. Looks like I can't find a few followers. It doesn't look like it's working very well. We'll let G know. Otherwise, looks like everything else is working. Yeah. Oh, it looks like the time is not working. The time API. There it goes. Didn't work the first time. It was kind of delayed the second time. Sure feels like hotter than 73 degrees, that's for sure. Well, everything else looks like it's working. So we're just kind of chatting this morning, not too sure what we're going to be doing here. We played a little bit of Vintage Story yesterday, played some Tectonica last week, and let's see, wanted to try something out, and it looks like go over to our Video Ninja page just for a bit. And it's just got the spinning wheel. That's what I thought. Okay. Haven't worked on this in quite a while. Let's just bring this over. And it says... says that is a scene. And Video Ninja laptop. Properties. Okay. There's nothing there. Oh, hang on. Something's happening. Hold on. It was trying, but it wasn't doing anything. Oh, no audio source. All right, let's try this. Let's do, this might work. See what happens. And make it visible, and there it is. On one screen, oh, that's not right. That's not right at all. Okay, hang on. No, we don't want to create a room. No, that's for the camera. Maybe it is create a room. I thought it was remote screen share. Mm-hmm. Might even take a look at, oh, might help if we went to, yeah, into our OBS voice channel. There we go, we're live in our OBS voice channel. Let's see, community voice, on-stream guest. Right. Ah. Oh, there's G. He's at work. All right. Video Ninja. Add your camera remote screen share into OBS. And entire screen. Yeah. Share. I wonder why that's doing that. I don't want to see that. Huh. There's G. Thanks for the lurk, buddy. Busy day. All right, it's not add your camera. I'm sure it's remote. Pretty sure it was that, but it doesn't look right. That does not look right. All right, we'll try it again and see what happens. And it says, I thought I had this figured out once before. I think that's it right there. But it sure doesn't look like it's the right size. Well, doesn't exactly look like what it's supposed to. It sort of does. And there it is on stream. Ooh, infinite, 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 infinite. There it goes. Oh, and there's YOLO. All right, so it's working. And this is my MeWe group, Linux group on MeWe. Says we're 30 minutes away. That can't be right. I guess it is. 30 minutes away from an ad break. Well, all right. We're just testing a new audio stream, and seems like it's working. And looks like Video Ninja's working. But we'll go ahead and we'll shut that off for now. Oh, there's no on off. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, that's the opposite of on and off. Let's get to our some gaming of some sort. And there we go. What have we got? Oh, Captain of Industry has an update. And we haven't played. Wow, I haven't played Farm Simulator yet. Unbelievable. I've had that installed since... it doesn't say when it was installed, actually. Maybe it does. It was released November of 2021. Browse local files. Local files says that I installed it November of 2021. No, that can't be right. April of 2022. Really? I've had it for a year? There's no way. No, okay, so it was April of this year. Yeah. It was April of this year. Wow. May, June, July, August, September. Is that right? Can't tell when. I can't tell when. All right, hold on. Be right back. Okay. All right, well, I see that we have files that were updated in August 4th. So that must have been the last patch or update. The actual game date is November 21, 2021. That's when it was released, this version, Farm Simulator 22. Well, all right, maybe could do a little bit of that, I suppose. Yeah, August 24th was the last update. Actually, I don't know what I'm in the mood for. I might just take a viewer suggestions. So we've got some Prominence Poker, got Uno, Astroneer, Uno, Captain of Industry, Creativerse, Dyson Sphere Program, Factorio, No Man's Sky, Railroads Online. I'm not going to do that. They had an update. A beta update, a small update. I'm not even going to mess with that. That's, oh my god, so broken. Satisfactory, Tectonica, Timberborn, Townscaper, Universe Sim, Vintage Story. Let's do some Vintage Story. I was working on Copper yesterday. Working on the museum. And I mean, we could switch games. You know, viewer choice. There's Palea, Snow Runner, PC Builder Simulator, Train Simulator, Spore. Yeah. Let's do the Farming Simulator. We'll do a play for the very first time.
Ready? Let's go.
Ooh. That's full screen right there. Wow. Okay. Nobody could see or hear anything. Let's see. Let's go ahead and pause. Let's pause the sound while we've got Farm Simulator 2022. Boy, that is big screens. And it's loud. It's got multiplayer too. Nice. Let's see what that looks like. Is it going to be gone? Ah, there we go. Oh, one of those. All right, so when you click out of it, the audio stops. But hold on, let's just add a screen to this. Um, let's do, let's go to our, let's call this Farm Sim 22. And then, of course, we'll do a game capture and audio capture. Game capture. That's the one. And audio via OBS. Yes. There we go. Oop. Where to go? Oh, we have to add the audio. There it is. Wow, that's big. There we go. Oh, that's right. The screen's not 1920 by 1080, is it? I hate that. All right, I guess we'll put it somewhere in there. And we'll bring it down. Whoa. Oh, what? Yeah, audio. Device sensitivity. That's device. This is supposed to be audio. Sound. Here we go. Okay. We don't have any game pads or steering wheels. Oops, hang on. Hold on, I wasn't done. Thank you very much. Head eye tracking off. We don't have that. We don't have any force feedback. Okay, that's going to be a property. Doggone it. So let's go to this property. Yes. And the game itself. Capture cursor, use that capture third party. Look rate normal. SGB. Okay. Farm sim audio. Advanced. And monitor and output. Yes. Wonder why. Man. And an echo to boot. Okay, we'll see how that is. Alright, that seemed a little loud to begin with, but seems okay now. I don't like the fact that you can't hear anything when the mouse is not. Mouse cursor. What's E? Oh, E is move through the menus. Oh, E and Q, top and bottom. Let's see. Radio GUI, voice chat, voice recording, voice input mode, voice activity. Okay. Brightness, field of view, yes. In-game HUD. Camera bobbing. No. We don't need camera bobbing. Ooh. We can leave everything on defaults right now. Just to see how we go. Foliage draw distance. Why don't we just drop that down a little bit? Wow. Why isn't 100% normal? That's interesting. For 100%. Let's go with 300%. Those are some really odd default settings. This is going to be fun. That is a lot of keyboard. That is a lot of keyboard. Wow. Wow. Oops. We weren't done yet. Oh, that's just sensitivity. I still don't understand why we can't hear any music or volumes when we snap out, because I don't want to go to another screen with the mouse and then not hear the game. That just doesn't make sense to me. That's just weird. See, I popped into OBS. That's got to be a... That's got to be an OBS setting. Hmm. That is so weird. Um, that is so weird. What the heck does that? Game, OBS, game, another window, game. I don't see it in game. Let's leave the voice input mode off for the time being because there's nobody actually playing the game with me. Hey, Firehammer. Wait, what is up with that? All right, somebody coined a phrase, "Are you winning, son?" Which I'm sure came from a movie or some stupid comedy. How are you doing? Help me figure out where that phrase came from. Well, Widow uses it on me all the time. Doing well, you think? You're not sure. Hang on, what if I did that and that? No, didn't help. That is so weird. The Mimi landscape prominently and inexplicably features a resurgence of Are You Winning, Son? A web comic from 2014 featuring a clueless dad walking in on his son playing a VR anime sex simulator. Oh my god. Okay, so that must have been like a cartoon or like American Dad or something like that. I don't know what. A web comic. It can't name what the web comic is. That's funny. That's funny. It's actually pretty hilarious. A 2014. Yes, indeed. Google is our friend. Indeed. Ooh, speaking of Google, dude. And dudettes. Hang on a second, I gotta show you something. I gotta show you something. So Google is okay, right? And there are other search engines and whatnot. Let's do this. Okay, since that gets to be shut off. Oh, let's get to the right screen, shall we? Okay. Um, hang on. There it is. Okay, that's what we were doing. But uh ads. What? I didn't get my warning. Ah, all right, we'll be right back. Oh my god. Okay, there is a good likelihood we are all back, even though the ads are not. The Twitch says the ads are not over. I'm assuming they are. Um, so you mentioned Google Fire, and you know there's a lot of different search engines. You know, Start Page, Google, web crawler, you name it. There's just like, oh, I don't know, 100 different search engines out there. And a lot of them are incorporating AI. This one I found beats ChatGPT, Bard, Google, all of them. So when you're doing a search like so what is the source of the phrase "Are you winning, son"? And it goes to town. Originates from an MS Paint comic. Is this crazy? Is this crazy? Would you like to know more about the comic? Sure. Hentai game. Comic quickly became an exploitable template in the mid-2010s and laid mostly dormant until it suddenly resurged as one of the hottest vehicles for anti-memes in 2020. Anti-memes. Or memes. Comic has seen various iterations and modifications over the years, often altering the son's activities and the father's reactions, but keeping the core interaction the same. As a meme, it has been used to depict a range of scenarios from wholesome to comedic. Well, there you go. Skip undefined. Oops. The comic itself presents a stripped-down classic father-son interaction. How much? Google doesn't even go to this extent at all. At all. So I've completed the playthrough of Tectonica. I tore down the entire factory, going to mold the heck out of it and rebuild with all MK2 productions. Wanted to see how big it will end up. So I'm walking around with tens of thousands of things in inventory. Are you encumbered, or did you obviously scanned and reached the top level of pack size, right? I tried the MK2. It's crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, I reckon. I reckon. I'm gonna get out of this Farm Sims. I already don't like the way it switches audio like this. You know, outside of the game, it's inside. If I click in the window, it's the game audio. I can't see where to switch that off, or switch that, or stop that from switching off when I switch outside the window. So, yeah, I'll have to figure that out some other time. I don't like the way that works. Yeah. I know. And you know what? I downloaded this in, what was it? It was last year. Downloaded, installed it, haven't played it. This is the first time I actually started it, and already don't like the choice of, not having a choice of how the audio reacts. I don't want to click out of my game window into another window for whatever reason, OBS, the timer or whatnot, and lose the game audio, you know? You've got most of the DLC? I don't think I've done any of the DLC. Did you have to pay for the DLC? That's a big thing. I don't like games where you have to pay more and more and more and more. And I'm sure the downloadable content costs as much as the game. That's why I don't do it. Let's where is my... There it is. Yeah, so that find PHIND is such a cool search engine with the AI involved. It's oh, some are cheap and some are pricey? Yeah. I figured that was going to be the case. Yeah, so let me show you what's going on. You may not want to go with Mark IIs. Because I kind of discovered something that's like concerning, at least attention grabbing, if anything else, that may affect your decision to use MK2s. As soon as this loads up. Gonna do it anyway? Yep, so the very first thing, let me just update this real quick. There we go. Not responding. What? Okay. Why is it taking so long? Don't make me wait. The clock is ticking at the... Oops. At the top of the... Top right corner there. Time is ticking. Okay. Whee! Hold on. Gotta move the window. Hold on. Get that out of the way. Make sure we're on the correct... Of course not. Why would it actually reflect my actual monitor's frequency? Why would it want to do that? But anyway. So, MK2s. So I started with one thresher. One MK2 thresher, right? Let's put our... stuff on. So I've got this huge line of planters just to feed one thresher, right? Which is producing the stems. Which is... I had 6 other threshers up here. I actually reduced it down to 2 because crazy freaking amount of stems that this thing produces. 135 a minute, right? 135 a minute. A buttload that I'm having to put into chests. You know, there's 28,000 there. There's 19,000 there. There's 15,000 there because it keeps... You could literally run... Okay, so what does it take? It takes 23 a minute per thresher input of the stems, right? 23 a minute. Hang on. Calculator time. So 135,000 a minute. No, 135 a minute divided by 23 is 6 threshers, right? With 6 threshers, That's 68 a minute Kindle Vine and 68 a minute of the fiber, right? Guess what the belts can't handle? Guess what the belts can't handle? Because the belts are 480 items a minute, right? So what's 68 times 6? Calculator. 68 a minute times 6 threshers. That's 408. You need... you guessed it. You need a Mark II belt for each output. For Kindle Vine extract on one output, on one belt by itself, you know, so that all 6 machines are kicking onto one belt, and then one belt for all right, so let's see. I'm doing mine with the filtration system set up. So you need actual 2 belts. Well, guess what? You've got to split between the ports on each thresher, or you got to use the long arm, which is only 30 a minute. So you would need 3 long arm blue ones to output onto the second belt. And we've got no inserters that'll deliver 68 a minute. So you need 2 as a minimum onto a belt for one of the 2 products. Well, all right, so here's the thing. So, oops. Hang on. Where are we at? Q, there we are. So, an MK2 thresher. Let's get rid of that one. Let's put this one in. Wait till you see this. There you go. 135 a minute. That's even worse. So 68 is what? 120, 134? So 135, so it's doubled the output, right? You don't have inserters that can do that. You've got, what is this, 40, 80. You need 3 reds for one of them, because remember, it's 135 a minute for 2 different outputs, which takes 40, 80, 120. You can't even do 4 reds, right? So you need stack inserters. What's the stack inserter speed? I don't even know. What's our stack inserter speed? 180 a minute, maximum, right? It is so much product coming out. That they're waiting anyway. I like the fact that these are alternating right here. They don't always. They switched. Oh, they switched back. Kindle Vine here, fiber there. Let's see if they switch back. Yeah, they switched again. But at least they're switching. At least they're switching. I know, right? Is this a challenge or what? Oh my god. Because, you know, you can't use the filter inserters at all. You know, filter inserters are 30 a minute. You reckon? I mean, just to keep, you know, the Kindle Vine extract saturated, or as close to saturated, you know, you can. You just can't use, and that's why I have so many filter inserters with the same thing, because they just don't have the speed to use MK2 anythings. They're 30 a minute, that's it. It's crazy ass. I'm gonna do so, because, you know, I've been experimenting with this. And so we've got just one for there, just one for there, just to see what the output looks like. Exactly. So that's why I was going with the green ones, because oh my god, 1.2 megawatts. Seriously? Versus 200 kilowatts. So 2, 4, 6. Well, that's 12 of the green one, or 6 of the green ones equals 1 red one. That's why I had 6 green ones. And 6 green ones outputs 3 times as much as, yeah, 6 green ones outputs 3 times as much as 1 red one. So power consumption, yay. Space saving, no. You gotta have, you know, 6 of them set up. But you know what? We got plenty of space. There's, you know, if you don't, you make space, right? It's just so incredibly imbalanced and impractical. But like you say, you know what? Where there's a will, there's a way. Why does that echo so weirdly? It's got such a strange hollow echo. I don't know if you guys can hear it in stream. The game sounds like it's in a booth. Why does that sound like that? Tectonica. Audio. Maybe it's just me. Let me get over to the assembler. You reckon you missed a few? Okay, now I don't. I turn the monitor off. I don't hear the echo as much. Oh. Speaking of the accumulator field. I have one. I got a little bit of an accumulator field. You want to see it? The power? Here's the power. Hang on. Almost 25 gigajoules. I've got a wee bit to spare. 20 megawatts. And I haven't hardly even done anything with the, you know, the, you know, we got 20 megawatts already going, and I haven't hardly even done anything with power. That's it. 1.5 rows. That's it. And 25 gigajoules. $35 megawatts. Wow. I hope I got to the mute okay on that. You've got 35, so you got 15 megawatts more than I do. I reckon you got more machines going though, right? So you're probably your usage is probably much higher than mine. I'm only fluctuating between 5 and 10 megawatts. Oh well, yeah, you got it all tore down, yeah. But see, now my Kindlevine extract is not even close to what it was before, because you know now it's only one machine. Well, you know what? At least the belt's not saturated. But let's watch and see what. Let's see what the power jumps to. Hey. So we know we've got. It's between 5 and 8. Yeah, 5 and 7, 73, 74 right there. So somewhere between 5 and 75. I mean 5 and 7.5. All right, so let's see what let's see what this does. 81 or 8200. Now that's not too bad. I mean, let's do this also. We'll make this look like the other one. Oop, oop, oop. Get a few more of those. Yeah, you know, I reckon I would. Yeah, I reckon the power usage would be probably, I mean, the power consumption would be pretty close to astronomical if I maxed out all of the production lines to match. You know what I mean? To match the input-output ratios. You know, because like what you're doing right now is a pretty efficient way, or what you did was a pretty efficient way of setting that factory up by matching input-output ratios. Wait a minute, what can this handle? 45 a minute, so 90 a minute between two threshers. Still will not handle all of the stems coming out of this one thresher. Oh my gosh, so seriously, 135 out. Yeah, because you automated everything. All right, so 135 out, right? Right, 135 a minute out. These can handle 45 a minute in. So 45, 45, 90, so that's 3. So 1 to 3, that's a 3 to 1 ratio. Can handle all of the stem inputs. But that's going to give us 3 times 135 a minute. See, that's what kills me about this. So the output stems 135 a minute, right? Which is 45 a minute times 3 machines. Or just one of the products, the vine, right? So output 135 a minute times 3 machines. That's 405. That's 1 MK2 belt. Which can handle 480. The problem is, yeah, it moves at 480 a minute, but if you line up 3 machines and you don't have them far enough apart to keep a gap like this, you have to have the gap. I mean, I've got those double stacked, but you know what I mean. You have to have them far enough apart so that there's no pause in the output of the inserters, so that it can output 405 a minute between 3 machines onto one belt. So you have to have the physical space between the machines in order for the belt to do that. And 2 machines have already got a loop of belts already backed up. Because the inserters aren't fast enough. This has to be a huge long line. It's killing me. That's for 1. Now 135 a minute times 3 is 405 a minute. 3 machines, 180 a minute. The stacker should be able to handle that. But it's got to be a stacker. It cannot be a filtered. So let's do an experiment. Let's do an experiment. We'll put a gap. All right, we'll put a gap. We'll have a decent gap between these, hey? Now, what's the input speed? The input speed is 45 a minute, so that's gotta be a stacker as well. Because this is the top tier of the technology we're using right now. MK2 everything's. No, I'm exactly with you. So that's what I'm doing as a sorting array. So the only way for the belts to handle this, obviously you can't sort the output of the machine because you can't have enough sorters. So you have to use stackers. So the only way this is actually going to work I could swear I put a green one down there. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a space, right? It's all going onto one belt. These inserters are already waiting. You see what I mean? They're already waiting. That fiber's not getting a chance. Do you see what I mean? And that's with a one full machine gap. So what good is that? Look at that. The fiber is already backing up to 140 plus waiting. Let's do a little. This is probably not going to help. This is probably not going to help, but let's do this. The same amount of gap. It can't do it. Already up to 300, almost 400. Let's just, oops. Let's just take those out. Let's give it a chance to. Let's see how it balances out this time. There was a gap that it just skipped. There's another gap. Didn't fill that gap. And it's missing that one inserter on the far left is missing opportunities to drop product into gaps. Yeah, exactly. So, but the problem is it's a stacker inserter, which means it only has to, it's only got one tile width to deposit. So one on the side and one on this side. And both those belts are going to be multiples because they're going to have both products on them because you can't sort them. So the inserter is going to grab both kinds and place it on that one, both kinds and place it on that one. Oi. All right, let's try something. Let's try something. Because it's all about experimentation anyway. Right, so if you need 3 threshold data output from one, right, this means you have to have a separate output line for each of the 3 that merge into an inserter. That's right. Exactly, it's going to be huge. So that's where we're headed right now. So we're going to check and see what the feasibility of it is. So right now, we've got 2 of the 3 we need outputting. All right. Onto a sorter line. See, the fiber's already up to 465. The first one shouldn't be stacking at all, but it's got 140 fiber waiting to get out. That shouldn't be happening at all. The reason for it is because you can't get the inserters far enough apart. And this one is always going to be waiting for some short period maybe it's far enough apart now. I think that 135 was probably there before I moved it. So let's give it a fresh start. Okay. Now there should be no buildup on either one. I know, right? Just want to make it work. Because there's got to be. There has to be a solution, and it should not be so mysterious. That's right. So there's gonna have to be, just like you said, there has to be a sorting line, and just to keep the outputs of all three machines flowing at speed. See, this one's not getting any buildup now, so it's got enough space between the stackers to lay 6 items on the belt without crossing over. That's the big thing, is crossing over. You know you want to call in sick. You know you do. Do you know why you want to call in sick? Because you want to beat me before I figure this out before you get home from work. So you need to call in sick. Because I'm going to have this figured out before you get home from work. You know I'm going to have it figured out, right? Too funny. Keep forgetting that yeah, so, all right, so the spacing is right on the inserters because there's no overlap. The fiber and the extract get to come out onto the belt without one of them waiting for the other, so that's working. You know, Fire, you and I, we have the same brain. We are almost always on the same page when we come to looking for a solution to make something work. My big thing is, Firehose Game is they have their testing rig set up, right? So they're developing the game, they're testing it on their rig. They are laying out the arrangements, and it's a one scenario working model. The problem is they're leaving it up to the user to figure out what that secret is. That should not be a thing. In the game, the ratios should be there. I mean, the metrics are there for a reason, to figure out the ratios so that you can put down a layout that those ratios work. It's not supposed to be a huge mystery. It's not supposed to be a only one layout works. There should be multiple ways to make it work. And just coincidentally, you and I come up with pretty much the same way. You know, a single huge line with a sorting output. And you know, I still can't get the Kindlevine extract to stay any kind of saturated. Oh, I gotta take this. Hold on. Hello, hang on just a second. Okay, you get a reprieve. Sorry about that. I have to end the stream. You're good to go to work, Fire. I forgot I have an appointment, and it's at 11:30, and that was 7 minutes ago. I am so sorry, folks. This is horrible. We'll see if we can't continue the stream in an hour or two.